Alright, hello tennis guys and welcome to my channel. So these are two balls, tennis balls. You can see them. One is a brand new, this one. Which one is brand new? You can clearly see that. So this is the Wilson Tour tennis ball and this is Dunlop Tour tennis ball. And this is a introduction video to a series of tennis balls reviews that I'm planning to do. And I'm already making, or I have made, a video review. It's not ready. I will publish it later. There will be an interesting brand to review in a tennis ball world. You know this brand for tennis rackets, but definitely not for tennis balls, or most of you. But I just want to talk briefly about the huge impact tennis balls have on the game, how you perform on the court. And I believe that more and more people should invest in new tennis balls almost every single time when you step on the court, starting from, let's say, little bit advanced tennis players, or let's say intermediate tennis players, of course, to advanced tennis players. So the older I get, the more I value the time on the court, and the more I value the quality of hitting, and the more I actually invest into new strings, I invest more to new tennis balls, and I invest more to kind of the overall experience. I like high quality tennis shoes, for example. I like high quality clothes. I like overall a good feel on the court, and I did not kind of value it when I was younger, but the older I get, I think actually the biggest investment in any hobby you have, it's the time itself. So why do you ruin the time you spend on the court with old tennis balls? Why don't you enjoy it with new tennis balls? And you might argue that new tennis balls, they are quite expensive now, and so on and so on. Okay, but you are not alone on the tennis court, right? There is always at least one person, or you are maybe playing doubles. So if you are playing doubles, then actually investing in new tennis balls every doubles session is actually quite cheap, because there are 4 people. So for every 4 matches or sessions you invest in, and there are other 3 players who invest in the next 3 sessions into new tennis ball. So if you rotate it, it's actually not a big deal. When you play singles, then you are there 2 people, so every second round of play you invest into new tennis balls. Is it a big deal that you invest like $10 into, or less, maybe $8 into new tennis balls for every session, for a 2-hour session, or 1.5 hour session? I don't think so. More investment is actually in the time that you spend on the court. So why do you ruin it with old tennis balls? So that's one thing. Another thing is that actually the game gets better when you have new tennis balls. You have more bounce from the ball, it's faster. Maybe you don't like that, so just invest into lower cost tennis balls, into cheaper tennis balls that are essentially usually slower. That's also a solution, and you can use those balls for another session. Of course, you don't have to always buy for a new session a new fresh pack of tennis balls, but I would suggest that you just rotate it like every 3 hours at least. And of course, the value of a new tennis ball is better spin potential, better overall experience. The balls are more visible when they are new compared to the old ones, right? So it's just this joy of really enjoying the time on the court, just not feeling cheap and devastated by an old played tennis ball that actually can give you arm discomfort, because when the rubber is extensively used, the ball feels kind of, heavy and not responsive. The bounce is not really there, so you can actually injure yourself because the ball doesn't bounce, so you have to run for the balls kind of more. And it's just overall the experience on the tennis court is like you have to adjust to the old ball, and you cannot focus entirely on your game because there is this distraction of the old tennis ball. So this is just my introduction and why I want to make reviews on tennis balls, because no one is really doing them, and I believe it's quite easy to do. You just grab a new pack of tennis balls, you play with it like 2 hours, and then I will just score them. And I actually made a video. It's shot, it's not edited, and there will be some other players involved in it, in the rating, so you will see also their opinion on the tennis ball. And I think it can be really interesting for you, because as I told you, tennis balls are super important. It plays major role like strings, for example, do. So with every new tennis ball, you should also invest into a new string setup, and you will have a ton of fun on the court. So guys, let me know in the comments, why, or do you use new fresh tennis balls every session or every 2 sessions, or how long do you play with one can of tennis balls? We in the Czech Republic use almost always the can with 4 balls. So we play with 4 balls when we go out and when we hit with friends and we play match. We don't use the 3 can. We never. There is no reason for it. It's always better to play with 4 balls than 3 balls, because the durability of 4 balls, when you rotate those 4 balls, is longer. So yeah, just let me know in the comments, how do you feel about balls? What is your favorite brand? And of course, I will catch you in my next video, and it will be probably a tennis ball review. So guys, let me know in the comments, how do you feel about it? And as always, if you want to support my channel, there are plenty of options. There is the super thanks button, there is a PayPal option, and buy me a coffee platform option. And if you do that, if you support my videos, my channel, then you can ask me a tennis question related thing, and I will answer that question in 48 hours. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, enjoy tennis, play tennis, watch tennis every time, every day, and don't forget to enjoy the manuality. Bye guys.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious! That ball was on the line!